In this video, I'm going to show you 5 super simple ways to help you shoot under 85. Now guys, if you enjoy this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got loads of tips to help you become much better at golf. Do not try and attack silly pins. And what I mean by silly pins is this. Okay, so this is me down on the green and you can see this back left pin position is really deadly. I can't go left because I'm in that valley. I can't go long because I'm in that rough. But look how much room I've got to the right and short. This is where I need to be going for. I don't need to be going for a silly pin like that. That pin is dangerous. For me, I'm going to favour short and right and give myself half a chance than missing left and giving myself no chance. I'm going to go middle of the green. My distance is middle of the green. I'm not even looking at the flag. I'm going to go for the safest section and put it straight on the dance floor. And just like that, we should be safely aboard, staying away from those dangerous, tricky pins en route to shooting under 85. When you're out on the golf course and you're trying to put a score together, sometimes you'll find yourself between distances. For example, here, I'm about 158 yards away from the flag. That's really either a massive 9-iron or a soft 8-iron. Now sometimes, I must admit, even I get guilty of trying to hit this one as hard as I can, trying to hit the shorter club and smash it. The problem with that, you put more swing speed into it, and if you misstrike it, the result could be dangerous. My top tip is to go for one more, grip down on the golf club to take a little bit of speed off it, but still commit. Now the only exception to this rule is if there's trouble behind the green. There's nothing worse than if you took one club and actually hit it through the back in danger. But the majority of the time, go with one extra club, grip down a couple of inches so you take a bit of speed off and commit. Still pick your line, still know what shot you're going to hit, and make sure you're fully confident when you stood over the golf ball. Got to go a little bit. Yeah, we're not bad. We're on the front edge, putting for birdie. If I'd have hit one less club, I'd have been nowhere near the green. Now this tip is not only great for trying to break 85, to be honest, it's a great tip to try and even break 80. And it's to have 3 swings with each wedge. Now what I mean by that is if you can develop 3 very simple repeatable swings, your distance control will become a lot better when you're starting to hit those little pitch shots into the green. Now the 3 that I would recommend are quite simple. The first one being, we're going to go take the left arm back parallel to the ground. So I would class that as a 9 o'clock position. My left arm is pointing at 9 o'clock on a clock face. Swing through and my right arm swings through to 3 o'clock. That's position number 1. So I'd class this as a half swing, 9 to 3. The next one we want to develop is a little bit past that. And you can either think it's just a bit past it, either side. I like to think 11 to 1, for example. So this time, I'm going to take my left arm as I swing back, almost 3/4 position to 11 o'clock on a clock face, swing through to 1 o'clock. And typically this shot may go 10 yards further, maximum. So 11 to 1, and you just get that little bit more distance out of it. And then to be honest, the last one's super simple, just a full swing. You've done half, you've done 3/4, whichever way you want to think about it. And the last one is a nice controlled, full backswing, full follow through. 3 wedge distances, and if you can master that with all the wedges in your bag, you'll have loads of different variations when it comes to shots around the green. It's a top tip. And once you start to master those swings, make sure then you learn the distances you hit with each swing, with each wedge, either at a driving range or an empty field or on the golf course, or even hire a launch monitor with a pro. Definitely worth doing. So a little equipment tip for you this time. Make sure all the clubs you carry in the bag have a purpose. First off, don't just carry clubs in the bag for decoration, ones that you never use. Get rid of them, trade them, get something new. And also make sure that gaps in your set are filled. For example, I'll see many golfers carrying woods But then from the woods down to the irons, there's a massive gap in distance. Try and fill that gap. Get a little hybrid or an iron that you like hitting in that gap. And also, really lofted clubs. Again, I see so many golfers not carrying a really lofted wedge. Granted, you might not use it many times in a round, but when you do, it's very important. You don't have to make loads of changes, but it can definitely help you build a really good score. Now, before you go and tee it up, do this really simple drill. Focus on your start line when putting. So I've set up a little station here, dead simple to do, 4 tee pegs, 1 golf ball. The first 2 tee pegs are the same width as the putter head. Quite simple. In front of that, in line with the hole, and this is a pretty straight flat putt, I've got 2 tee pegs that are not much wider than the width of the golf ball. And all I'm going to focus on here is put it in the middle and make sure my club goes through those 2 tee pegs, my ball goes through there, and we knock it in. It's focusing on start line, making sure that putter is traveling as straight as we can, finding the center of the putter face and make sure it's not twisted. It makes a massive difference when you get on the course. It boosts your confidence and it'll help you start your ball much more on line. So straight through those tee pegs and straight in the hole. And we are ready to get on the first tee, Shiels under 85.